Football is jam-packed with failed wonder kids who never quite made it. But there's one player that completely stands out in this field: Ravel Morrison. Sir Alex Ferguson has coached and managed some of the most promising young talent in Premier League history, but Ravel Morrison stood out from the crowd. In 2011, Ravel Morrison won the FA Youth Cup in a side consisting of players like Paul Pogba, Jesse Lingard and Michael Keane, and he even scored twice in the final. He was destined for greatness. So what happened? According to Sir Alex Ferguson and former United greats, it was never down to his attitude or lack of work ethic, but more down to his life complexities that were out of his control. Both players and managers have spoke about just how good of a footballer he was. Gary Neville even said on Sky Sports,
I remember categorically Sir Alex Ferguson saying that this was the biggest talent he'd seen at the club since Ryan Giggs, and that is an enormous statement from someone like Sir Alex Ferguson.
Some statement from a manager who's coached some of the best young footballers to come out of Manchester United. But Ravel's family was poor, and he even admitted recently that he used to steal Ferdinand and Wayne Rooney's boots to sell them for nearly £500, and would state himself that he was putting food on the table for his family. This was to make up for the fact that he was on a youth contract at Manchester United and wasn't on massive amounts of money. He lived all the way across from Manchester United's training ground, making it hard for him to get there and train every single day. His mother didn't have a car, and he even said himself he used to cycle for an hour just to get into training. Nowadays, Ravel Morrison is playing football for Wayne Rooney's Derby County. Funnily enough, scoring an absolute rocket for them in the Papa John's Trophy against Salford City. He has made 20 league appearances this season for the Rams and is still only 28 years old. Ravel has played for 11 clubs in 9 years and has shown glimpses here and there for both his club and country, Jamaica. Will he ever break into that potential that his fellow teammates and manager had once praised him for? Probably not. But is it entirely his fault? No. Rio Ferdinand even had Ravel Morrison on his podcast, and when recording he received a text from Sir Alex Ferguson saying, "Ravel has always got time and space, always available on the ball, which is so unusual for a player of that age. Give my regards to him, please." Another thing Ravel did that I will not forget is the next morning after his first team appearance, he gave me a letter thanking me for giving him his debut. I was gobsmacked, Rio. The boy had a good heart, he was just beaten by his background. An emotional Ravel Morrison replied to the text message saying, "It touches you. You know what I mean? Because if I could go back in time, I would change 99% of my past, but you have to look forward in life." It's a sad tale that could have been a footballing fairy tale, but it just wasn't meant to be. But what do you think about Ravel Morrison? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you next time on Sporf.